Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a trying new makeup. I have a ton of new products that I wanted to play around with and show you guys on camera. It's going to be a super easy, basic look today. We're going to focus on complexion because there's so many new products in complexion, but also I do have a full face to use for you guys today. So I am still healing my back. Videos are going to be sporadic from here on out. I'm testing out how I feel today to film, but I'm unsure if you're even going to see this video because I don't know how it's going to go. So if you're seeing this video, I managed to film a video, but probably only going to have maybe a video a week. I'm definitely going to have to ease myself back into filming as I recover from my injury. I might film an update separately, or I'll just update you in a pinned comment. We'll see, but that is kind of an update on my health situation right now, but I wanted to get back into filming for you guys, and we have a lot of good stuff here. I'm going to start off by prepping my skin. One good thing about this little break is that my skin has been really good. Like, even my under eyes don't look very dark. We're going to be starting off with the Rougher Hydration Cream. I heard a lot of good things about this, and it's fragrance-free, essential oil-free for all skin types. It feels really, really nice. I was looking at the ingredients. It has 5% niacinamide and 3% dimethicone, which usually you find in smoothing primers, but it doesn't really feel like that. Definitely feels more like a moisturizer, but I'm assuming that's going to make this also a really good primer just based on that ingredient. Oh, and before I forget, I used a new shade in the NYX Lift and Snatch. I'm having trouble saying NYX right now. I keep saying NYX. I used a new shade in the NYX, I used a new shade in the NYX, I can't say it. I used a new shade in the LYX. So the Lift and Snatch and their micro brow pencil, and we have the shade Espresso in here. Doing them a little bit thinner, like how they're going right now, and the video quality looks really good right now. I'm having a good filming day so far, minus my inability to talk, but that's no different from any other day. For primer, I'm using the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. Heard so many good things about this. I recently hauled it in my Sephora haul if you want to go check that out. Normally for a smoothing primer, I'd use it just in the T-zone, but I'm actually going to put a little bit on the outer perimeter as well, with main focus in the T-zone. That's the third time I've used it. I really like it, and I especially like it under this new foundation, which is from Makeup Forever. It's their HD Skin. It's a reformulation of their Ultra HD, which I personally really loved. I was Y315 in that, I believe, and I got the equivalent in the HD Skin, which is 2N26. Love how the packaging of this, it matches the cap, so whatever shade you are in here, the cap deepens accordingly to your skin tone, which is so aesthetically pleasing. And the formula of this is very skin-like, has medium coverage, pump here, and I'm going to show you how it looks like on the skin. Ideally, I wanted to do a dedicated on this because I was so excited for the relaunch, but my back had other plans. And this is a really good match for me. This is as focused as it goes, and I can't lean in like I used to, just because I have to support my back. So my apologies if this is a little bit far. I might actually change my setup to be a standing setup, but I need help doing that because I can't lift anything. I'm not allowed. So that is one light layer. It looks really natural on the skin. You can see all my freckles and bits of skin peeking through, which makes it look really natural. So I'm just going to build it up, second layer, and show you kind of how it builds up. But I like how this never looks cakey. It just looks like your skin. This is what the skin looks like. It has the best sort of finish. It has a glow, but it looks natural. It's not matte, it's hydrating. Definitely needs to be set on my skin. Overall, it just sits nicely on the skin. And I wouldn't expect anything less from Makeup Forever because I loved the Ultra HD. So I'm excited to see they reformulate it, and I love the packaging even more now. On Instagram, I was wondering which of these concealers you wanted to see in this video, and it was so close, but the LYS concealer did beat out the Kat Von D. I really like both of them though. I have a little bit of the LYS on my lid right now, And the packaging is amazing. It's this triangular packaging. The wand is really long though, just to note that. So you have a little less control, but the formula and the wear of this is beautiful. So nice. If you like the Kosas like me, very similar in that. I think it's a little bit thinner, but just as good. I can tell coverage by how well it covers this mark underneath my eye. And you can see it a little bit. So it's not full on full coverage on me because it doesn't cover that up, but it has a good amount of coverage, especially when used with a foundation like this. It just works really well. Even the KVD one works really well with this foundation. So it did brighten my under eye a little bit. I'm using the shade MN1. Beautiful finish though. Now I'm going to bronze my skin with my Rare Beauty bronzer stick, and I got a deeper shade. I got Full of Life. And I think the other shade I have is called Power Boost. Whatever the name is, it's the lightest one, and that still works for me too. I like how it has this red undertone, so it kind of matches my summer color. And I wanted to test it out today to see how this color looks, and if I need to, I can mix in some of that Power Boost, which is why I got this. So I did use the other shade in a video. Just going to leave it like this. I do like it. So you can see how the lighter one looks like on my skin tone, way more natural. This is the easiest cream bronzer I've ever used. Super emollient, beautiful tones, nice convenient stick. I just love it. And I've been dying to try the new blush from Patrick Ta. He did come out with his holiday blushes in that palette in singles, so you can pick those up now. And my favorite is that hot pink. If you don't have that, that's my absolute favorite from him. And this one is the new single called She's Blushing. Will give you kind of that sunburnt, sun-kissed look to the skin. And I'm going to start off first with the blush, and then I'm going to go on top with the cream and the blush, the powder. I'm using both blushes. And then I'm using a rougher 04 for this. Similar kind of tone to Hush Tone from MAC. You guys know how much I love that kind of tone. This will be perfect in the summer when I have a little bit more color to the skin, but I still think it's pretty how it is right now. I'm going to quickly set my under eyes before I move on to applying the cream. I can apply the creams on top of a set face. I'm going to try out this Dermablend Illuminating Banana Powder, and I'm going to try a little bit of this underneath my eyes. I actually really love how that looks. I'm going to take a little bit more in the cap and just dust that all over my face. I'm going to use this big Rougher 22. Normally I use this for bronzer. It's a good dupe for the Tom Ford bronzer brush if you're looking for one, but I'm just going to use it for all over powder. And then a little bit of the cream on top. This kind of makes the blush glow. I love that technique from Patrick Ta. I never did it before, but it works really fantastic with his formula. I've tried it with other formulas, and I don't think it is as nice. Like his is just the perfect formula to do that. And I've also been eager to try these new illuminators from Burt's Bees. They are a liquid illuminator, and we have a gold shade and a more pink shade. I'm going to swatch them and see which one I think will be best. So there's the gold and there's the pink. They have a lot of pigment, so a little will go a long way. I'm just going to take what little bit I have on my finger and just lightly dab it on. I'm using the gold. This product will last me a lifetime, honestly, because you need so little. That's beautiful. Doesn't lift up the product underneath, and it just sits really nicely. Gives that kind of lit from within glow, which I personally really like. Before I move on to the lips, I'm going to quickly throw on some mascara. I don't have a new mascara to test out, but I do have some new lashes, which I wanted to try. And I wanted to try them without having anything on my lids, just to give a really natural look today. These are from Velour, and they're the plant fiber lashes. They're hemp-derived lashes, and the packaging is fully recyclable. It's just such an innovative product from Velour, and I'm so happy that they sent these my way. So I'm going to, I don't know what to use. We have Second Nature, which is the more natural looking one, and Cloud 9, which I'm leaning towards, which is a little bit more fluffy. But if it's looking a little too much because I feel like I haven't worn makeup in forever, then I will switch to the more natural one. So I'm just going to throw on some mascara, pop these on, and see how it looks. Those are the lashes applied to the eyes. I did use Cloud 9, which is the more dramatic pair. They're super fluffy looking. They almost look like lash extensions, honestly, with how natural the fibers look. Very beautiful lashes. And I can't remember the last time I've honestly worn a full strip lash. I've been wearing corner lash magnetic lashes for months and months now, it feels like. I love how they look, and they're very lightweight, shockingly. Normally I can feel a strip lash after I haven't worn them for so long, but these feel super light on the eyes. I think they would blend in even more if I wore liner, just because the band isn't one of those clear bands, but I think I did pretty good for having not put on lashes for so long. I do want to do a little bit of contour on my nose, just taking Benefit Hoola. Then I have some new lip products to test out. I'm in love with the formula of these two new ones, and I obviously love Charlotte Tilbury lip pencil, so I got a new color in Foxy Brown. Wanted to show you guys it in this video, but this isn't a new product, just a new color to me. So starting off with that. And then for the lip color, I'm using the Makeup by Mario Nude Suede. And this I thought was going to be fairly similar to Too Faced Child Star. Definitely a little bit different, but still, if you like that, you'll like this. The formula is a whipped formula, and it's supposed to smooth out your lips, which it definitely does. I do find this isn't very long wearing, which is okay because then it won't totally destroy my lips when it's a long wearing liquid lipstick. So pros and cons there, but I do want all the other shades because I like this formula so much. Then to top it off, I'm going to use the new Patrick Taw Lip Gloss, and it's in Full Syringe. This is a plumping gloss, very sheer. I got the one that I thought would be the most worth it with the most pigment. Still a very sheer red. If you like the Fenty Gloss Bomb Heat and Hot Cherry, along those lines, very similar. This has like a cinnamony scent to it. Super high shine. It's not a painful plumping either. I think the Fenty one plumps a little bit more. This one is super glossy though, and I see the benefit of both, honestly. I really love the color. I knew I'd get use out of this specific color. If you like Hot Cherry, you're gonna love this because it's very similar. Just going to jump off camera, come back, do some stretching, honestly, and then finish up the rest of this video. I'm back. Here is the finished face. Super easy, honestly. Focusing on new products, but doing an everyday makeup that I personally would wear. For everyday, skip the lashes and just use mascara, but I wanted to test out those plant-derived lashes and absolutely love them. So we're going to go through all the products that I used that were new, starting with those plant fiber lashes from Velour. I absolutely love how fluffy they are. I just think it's super innovative that they went this route and used hemp for their lashes. You would never be able to tell the difference between this lash and another lash, honestly, that has that same sort of fluffiness to it. Really love these. Highly recommend. I haven't used a strip lash in a very long time, but these are really nice, and I love that they're doing 100% recyclable packaging, and obviously the lashes are hemp derived, so that's great as well. Then for moisturizer prior to makeup, this was my first time trying this, but this is incredible. This is the Rougher Hydration Cream, and I personally would use this in replacement of a primer. It would act as a moisturizer and a primer because I felt like this did a really good job at moisturizing my skin, which is the main thing that I need prior to putting on foundation for priming the skin. I do like pore filling, but on a daily, I would just reach for something like this because it does have that added dimethicone, which does have that smoothing kind of element to it. So if you've not tried this, this is really nice, fragrance-free, essential oil-free, so good for all skin types, sensitive like me. So I'm going to continue to play around with this, but I was thoroughly impressed by this. Next, we have the LYS concealer. It's the Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. Definitely does a good job at brightening. I don't think this is full coverage, just based on my skin. You can still see a little bit of that mark, not much. So it's pretty close to full coverage, but not to the point where I would say that is fully covered. But I personally love the formula, the finish, the coverage of this. So it works for me. I like the applicator despite its length. I thought it would be a little bit harder to use just because I'm holding it so far away, but it's fine for concealer. The doe foot is really nice and soft, and the formula is super smooth looking, I find. I don't know how else to explain it, but it really does a good job at just providing this smoothness, whether you're using it as a base for your eyeshadow, like I use my concealer for, or for traditional concealer. I think this is a really great under eye or priming base concealer. Nice and hydrating too, and has the perfect amount of coverage for me personally. I've already raved about these Rare Beauty sticks. Don't need to say anymore. This color is really nice. I feel like I didn't need to set the color with any additional powder bronzer. I think this on its own is a good shade for me when I really want it to show up on my skin. And then this the Luminizer Nourishing Highlighter from Burt's Bees is so beautiful. It just gives that perfect amount of lit from within glow. Doesn't disturb your makeup at all. I'm trying to see the name of this one. Okay, it's right on the front. It's called Golden Hour, fitting name. It is a very gold highlight. It's not leaning champagne. It's definitely gold, as you could see on the swatch on my hand when I showed you in the video. So keep that in mind. The pink one will be very bright, so best for those with fair skin. But this one will work for deeper skin than me even, because it is a very gold highlight. So I had to use it very sparingly, else you could probably see the color on my skin. It's definitely borderline right now. So if you are deeper complected than me, this color specifically would look even better on you in my opinion. And then for the Patrick Ta blush, and she's blushing, this is the perfect kind of color for me. This is like an everyday summer reach for color. I'm really happy with the timing of this, because this is kind of what I reach for in the summer, these sort of tones. Same sort of beautiful formulation, and the powder has a little bit of sheen to it. So if you just want to use the powder on its own, it does give a glow to the skin, like a satin sort of look to the skin. Definitely sheeny, but not glittery at all. There's no glitter in there. It just definitely livens up the skin. This powder caught me off guard. I know a lot of people love the translucent powder from Dermablend. This is the Illuminating Banana Powder, and I was nervous about trying this because oftentimes for me, banana powders, traditional banana powders, are just a little too yellow for me, for my personal liking. And this one is a very sheer light tone yellow. It definitely works for my skin, kind of counteracted the neutral tones that I did have underneath my eyes, and did provide even more brightness and illumination with the kind of sheen this also has. I just like how light of a banana shade this is. So if you've struggled with finding a really nice yellow powder for you, similar complected to me, this one will work for even more skin tones because it doesn't deposit that much color. It just has that brightening quality with the illumination, just making it go everywhere, and just super flattering. I used it underneath my eyes to lightly set all over my face, so it's one of those powders that is multi-use, and for a lot of people I think are really gonna like that. This combination right here, so good. Start off with the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer, great for smoothing out the pores. The consistency of this is definitely different from the Veil. The Veil was more thin and runny, and definitely dried down more matte on my skin personally. This is a thinner pore smoothing primer, which I personally like. Similar to the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas, if you like that. I wasn't a fan of the balmy one as much as the liquid, so that's kind of how I can compare it to if you've ever tried that, but I like this one even more. And then for the Makeup Forever HD Skin, huge fan of Ultra HD from Makeup Forever. So happy to see that they just reformulated, and it does look like skin. It doesn't cling to anything. It wears really nicely on my skin. I think it looks great on camera, great in person. It just looks like my skin, and that's what I'm looking for an everyday foundation, is just to be skin-like so it doesn't look like I'm wearing a mask. And I honestly don't even feel like I need to set it too much. Usually I press in my powder. I just did a light set with that, and I don't even feel like I needed to spray my face down with a setting spray with that foundation, just because it maintains that natural quality throughout without the help of additional products. So it's a really nice one and done sort of product. And then for my last but not least, my lip combo, Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. If you've never checked them out, if you see a swatch color that you like, pick it up. The formula is incredible. It's long wearing. It doesn't bleed. It's the perfect amount of creaminess, not hard in the slightest. Just an easy to work with Longwear formula, which blows most lip pencils out of the water. It's that good. The Makeup by Cheryl Ultra Suede Cozy Lip Creams. This one in Nude Suede Beautiful color, and with the addition of the lip gloss, I like it a lot too. But I've been wearing this combination when I've chosen to wear makeup because this is comfortable on my lips, but also smooths them out because they've been horrendously dry lately. It's that perfect formula, but it's a formula that you would have to reapply often, I feel, because it's not a long wearing, moussey, dry down formula. If that makes sense, it's definitely one that you have to touch up. And then last but not least, we have the Patrick Taw Lip Gloss. After wearing this over top of lip product, it's less plumping than other lip products. It is more comfortable than other lip plumping products is what I'm trying to get at. Feel it less on my lips with that cozy suede lip cream underneath. This I tried on its own and it definitely had a little bit more plumping to it, but because I have that kind of barrier there, it's not allowing it to plump as much as on its own. But I still really like this. A great option if you like the Fenty Hot Cherry. This is a little bit thinner, more sheer, a little more glossy maybe, but less plumping is my overall comparison between those if you were undecided. And that is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this really easy, super natural, trying new makeup, just genuinely what I personally would wear because this is what I have time to quickly throw on, and just really enjoying a lot of the new releases, and this has got me excited to film. I wish I could do more dedicated at this moment, but I'm doing what I can for you guys, and I'm just happy to have successfully made it through this video without being in too much pain. Granted, I had a lot of breaks, but we will get back there. I will get back to being more regular with my videos, and I really appreciate you guys bearing with me while I heal this injury of mine, which is absolutely awful. If anyone's ever had any sort of back issue, I understand. I feel for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up as it helps out my channel a lot. Comment down below. I would love to talk to you guys as this will probably be my only video up this week, and I would just love to have something to do while I continuously walk around my house and heal. So comment down below. Let's chat throughout the week. Let me know what you're excited for new products. Anything you want me to try, let me know in the comments as always, and I'll do my best. And follow me on Instagram because that's where I've been posting the most, is on my stories, just little updates throughout the day so you can see what kind of products are coming in, what I'm liking, what I'm not, and just overall how I'm doing if you want to follow. So definitely follow me on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys whenever my next video may be, hopefully sooner than later.